Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Breeze, Breezeway Productions' The Breeze, where we bring you the latest in independent films and film festival news. And we're happy to kick off our coverage of this year's Oxford Film Festival. And we have filmmaker Tara Thorne here with us today to talk about her film, Compulsus. How are you?
I'm great, Alex. Thanks.
Right on. Thanks for coming on the show, and tell us a little bit about Compulsus.
Compulsus is the easiest logline I've ever had, which is it's about a lesbian vigilante who beats up abusive hipster men at night.
Very, very nice.
Basically it.
It's good. It's quick. It's snappy. It's able to come across easily.
Mm-hmm.
So you wrote this project. So tell us a little bit about your influence into creating it.
This is going to sound like a cliche, but I turned 40 and I was at a newspaper for 19 years and I turned 40 and I was on employment insurance, which is what we call it here in Canada, for the first time in my life, sitting in my backyard going, what have you done? What are you doing? And I realized I'm in the back half of my life now. So it's time to do the things that I've always wanted to do. And I've always wanted to make a movie. I was making short films in like the mid '00s. And then I joined a band and that was just faster. It was much more efficient to write a song than a film.
Yeah.
So it was just a confluence of opportunities. And there's this program that the film that we made our movie under in Canada is called Talent to Watch, and they fund micro budgets. So our budget was $200,000.
Right.
And it's a competition, like it's a national thing. And COVID knocked it all off schedule and everything. So this was the fall of 2019 we're talking, but we found out we got funded in the summer of 2020, and we shot in between the second and third COVID lockdowns in Nova Scotia this time last year. Yeah.
Wow. So tell me about the difficulty of shooting in a second and third lockdown. I know Canada did things a little differently than here in the States.
Yes, we're off the rails now, but at that point we were very, very smug. It was a small crew. It was like 20 people, and we were just masked all the time. I had a routine with the masks. I would start with one in the morning, and I would switch it at lunch, and wear the other one for the rest of the day. Yeah. And we were just Canadians follow the rules. So, and we also knew that if we were the independent film that got COVID, it would just look like all the rest of the independent films look really bad. So, we just stuck to the rules. I will say, coming out of a lockdown, it was very tough to come from being alone with a roommate most of the time, and then suddenly being the boss of 20 people who I didn't really know. The social weight was kind of a lot for me to handle. And also directing a film for the first time. There was a lot going on.
Yes, this was your world premiere that happened at Oxford. So congratulations to that.
Thanks
Directing
so much.
and writing it is not an easy task. And the subject matter is something I wanted to talk about. So it's based in the realm of LGBTQ sexual orientation. Yeah. But what exactly about this film is the spotlight on with LGBTQ content?
The leads, it's sort of incidentally queer. It's not about it's not a coming out story. It's not about some sort of social justice issue. It's like the lead character's lesbian and she dates this bisexual woman. And so the other woman, Lou, is sort of like the person who maybe wards her off this vengeance campaign that she's on, because it's like, oh, I'm in love with this person I'm falling in love with this person who's very rule abiding, would you want to date a vigilante? That's another question this movie asks. But yeah, it's sort of incidentally queer, which is something that I wanted to do because so many movies, think of Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Blue is the Warmest Color, Ammonite, The World to Come, sort of the big high profile ones. They're all set way, way back in the time when the women being queer actually is the story. So it's like you're watching these people stare at each other for an hour, they kiss once and one of them dies. That's generally the arc of a queer lady movie. So I didn't want to do that. So yeah, it's sort of like these are contemporary people. They're out, they're like just living their lives. It's never commented upon. So they're just, their queerness is incidental.
Wow. Yes, that is very different and interesting when we talk about that subject matter. Mm-hmm. But obviously, Oxford really enjoyed it, and as well as other film festivals to come, since you're in the middle of your film festival journey.
Very beginning.
That's right. You're at the very beginning of it, since it just premiered, and that you're looking forward to going elsewhere with it. Where can people go to find out more about Compulsus so that they can check it out and do a deep dive on it?
We're not doing a great job at this juncture. You could go on Instagram, compulsus_movie. Compulsus is not a common word, so it's pretty easy to find. COMPULUS. Wait,
find it in the bottom.
Yeah, you'll link it for me. A lot of people call it compulsion, which is fair. But yeah, that's about it for now. But we're working on a website and a trailer and all that stuff. We're new. It's our first day.
Good. Welcome to the circuit, and congratulations again for the world premiere. Is there anything you'd like to say to the Oxford Film Festival for the selection and world premiere of your film?
Oh my goodness. Yes, of course. Justina and Brian, who programmed it, this was the first audience to see the film outside of people who worked on it or people we know. And I wish I had been there. Our two countries are not, don't see the COVID in the same way. So we weren't quite ready to come down to the US, even though I've never been to Mississippi and I really, really wanted to go. An American audience in a college town is like my key demo. So it was like super stoked. I was so stoked for it to be the first place.
Right on. Well, there you have it. And I want to thank you for coming on the show. Tara Thorne, congratulations on your world premiere, your directorial debut, writing of the film Compulsus. And we hope that our audiences are able to check it out. And thank you again for coming on The Breeze.
Thanks so much, Alex. Take care.